Hey parents, I want to share something we see every single week. A child who just seems to keep getting sick. It might start early, colic as a baby, and then reflux, and then ear infections, and one round of biotic, and then another. As they grow, it turns into allergies, maybe eczema, maybe asthma, and eventually you're sitting in an appointment hearing words like chronic inflammation, immune dysfunction, or even autoimmune conditions or disorders. And throughout all of this, the focus is usually the same: managing symptoms, managing flare-ups, managing diets, medications, supplements. Conventional care often means daily medications. Functional medicine often means a list of vitamins, minerals, and protocols. Different approaches, but still one big focus on management. Rather than management, very few people just stop and ask a much deeper question: why can't my child's immune system calm itself down in the first place? So this video is for parents who are exhausted from chasing symptoms. Parents who've tried everything: the medications, the restrictive diets, the supplements, the specialist appointments, and are ready to look underneath all of it for a real root cause. So today we're going to stop and ask, why does a child's immune system keep overreacting? Most conventional explanations will point to genetics, or simply, we don't really know, or they'll grow out of it. But when you look deeper at the research, patterns start to emerge. Children who receive multiple rounds of antibiotics before the age of 2 are significantly more likely to struggle later with allergies, asthma, gut issues, inflammatory or autoimmune conditions. But here's the most important part: the story doesn't start with antibiotics. It starts with why the infections kept happening in the first place. And for thousands of families, the deeper answer traces back to the body's central control system, the nervous system. Because your child's body is not designed to stay inflamed or always fighting, it's not designed to be sick, it's designed to activate and then to return to calm. One of the most important systems responsible for that calming response is something most parents have never been told about: the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the longest nerve in the body. It runs from the brain down the neck and connects to the heart, the lungs, the gut, and the immune system. The simplest way to think about it is this: the vagus nerve is your child's built-in brake pedal. Most of us have heard of fight or flight, the accelerator, but the body also has a brake, and it needs a brake. And when that brake is working properly, the body can slow down, it can digest, recover, and most importantly, turn inflammation off once it's no longer needed. Over 20 years ago, research discovered something that completely changed how we understand the immune system. They found that the brain sends signals down the vagus nerve to actively calm immune responses. This is called the cholinergic anti-inflammatory pathway. When inflammation rises, the vagus nerve detects it. The brain checks the threat, and once that threat passes, the brain sends a signal back down the vagus nerve telling the immune system, "You can stand down now." And that signal releases a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine, which attaches to immune cells and then tells them to stop producing inflammatory chemicals. This is often described as the immune system's off switch. But when that signaling pathway isn't functioning properly, the off switch doesn't engage. Instead of inflammation being temporary, it becomes ongoing. And here's the question mainstream medicine almost never asks: why did the vagus nerve stop functioning optimally in the first place? At House of Chiropractic, we talk about something called the perfect storm. And this refers to layered stress that happens during early development. Stress that by itself might not be a problem, but layered together overwhelms a child's nervous system. It can be during pregnancy. It can begin then when stress levels are higher than expected. Birth itself, especially when there's interventions involved, they can place physical stress on a baby's delicate nervous system. Then add early life stresses, illness, sleep challenges, and environmental stress. None of these things are inherently bad or dangerous on their own, but when they stack up, the nervous system can lose its ability to regulate efficiency, and that's when parents start to notice patterns. A child who struggles to settle, a child who gets sick more often, a child whose body seems to overreact or take longer to recover or reset. Instead of seeing this as one connected pattern, it often gets labelled as separate diagnoses over time. Natural supports like deep breathing and cold exposure, omega-3s, quality sleep and social connections absolutely help vagal tone, but they cannot correct foundational neurological interference. If there is subluxation or mechanical stress affecting the brainstem, this upper cervical spine, or key transitional areas of the spine, particularly where the vagus nerve exits, then lifestyle strategies end up supporting a nervous system that is still dysfunctional. And that's why so many parents tell us we've tried everything, it helped a little, but our child still struggles. Neurologically focused chiropractic care works by identifying and releasing the interference that prevents the vagus nerve from fully firing and doing its job. Instead of asking, what condition is this, we ask, how is the nervous system functioning underneath it all? At House of Chiropractic, this is exactly what we assess. We use Neurological INSiGHT Scans, safe, gentle, non-invasive scans suitable for babies, for children, and for adults. A neural thermal scan often shows extreme stress patterns and sympathetic dominance, especially here in this upper cervical area. EMG scans, they show tension and interference in the brainstem and surrounding areas. And then the neuropulse scan in kids with chronic immune conditions frequently shows depleted energy and global nervous system exhaustion. And these scans give us something incredibly important, objective information. Not guesses, not assumptions. We can see patterns, we can measure function, and we can track change over time. Because it's not enough to understand what's happening, we need to measure progress. From there, care is focused on supporting the nervous system so it can regulate, adapt, and heal more efficiently. And when we see that happen, we often see the body become better at regulating inflammation, handling stress, and responding to the world. Every child is different and every journey is unique. But one thing we see again and again is this: when the nervous system is supported, everything has a better chance to work like it's supposed to. So, if your child has ongoing immune challenges, inflammational health patterns that don't just quite make sense, this may be the missing piece worth exploring. The body knows how to heal when interference is removed. The vagus knows how to regulate the immune system when it's free to do its job. Your child doesn't need more labels, more medications, or more supplements. They need nervous system regulation that's better. If you'd like to explore this further, you can visit our website, send us a DM, or book directly with us at House of Chiropractic in Albury. We are here for exactly this. We're here for you.